Alright, so sorry my neighbor needs a ride, so we're at Liberty Tax in Garden City. But anyway, like I'm saying, in my book, I talked about dreaming of masturbating to my stepdaughter, which was made up. Or if it was really a dream, it was because of what Davis was teaching me at the church, right? I'm not saying I remember this for sure either, but even that would kind of seem weird to dream like if the child was letting me masturbate in front of her as well, right? And again, she's supposed to be in there with her mom all night. I don't know what happened, right? But I'm still forced to guess because someone's accusing me. And so I'm trying to make up what I might could have done versus what I actually did, which should be she was in the bedroom with her mom all night long. Anything more sounds fictitious or made up. So anyway, getting back to some of the topics we're talking about. Well, it's okay, according to Moses' law, if a man masturbates anyway. He only gives 2 reasons to have your sperm outside your body. 1, the man is alone. He's by himself, and his sperm magically comes out his body somehow. But if it does, he's just a wash, and he's only unclean to evening, the same as if he was to have sex with a woman. Figure that one out. It's not how we would say it today. No. But it is how we would say it if you were Moses dealing with the Hebrew people in their new language. Shit, right? See, guess who invented the Hebrew language? Moses himself, right? Based off what he learned in Egypt as he was growing up, right? He kind of created their own language, right? Because until Moses wrote the Hebrew, there was no Hebrew. Like most people back then, they told stories of their ancestors, right? And this was passed down orally, right? Right. Through word of mouth, right? In other words, right? And they would tell you or talk to you about what they believed their people, the God of their people and all that had to do with, right? And all gods have their little idiosyncrasies back then. Well, in their myth of how God created the world, this is where we get a parable from, right? Because it's double worded, right? And it talks about even us being fruitful and multiplying, right? Then it talks of 2 trees in Eden. One's the tree of life and one's the tree of the knowledge of good and evil. And unless you make the fruit like ambrosia, whereas one can give you life and one can take it away, right, and make you mortal, right, I don't think it's quite talking about a fruit tree, right, because of how it's worded, right. Now, after the fall, the one speaking to Adam tells him, you have become as one of us, how many? 1, to know good and evil with him, or it. That's the part you're missing that's in the story that you're supposed to be listening to that's in the story. Or you're changing the whole story. Right? Now, Ezekiel brings it out further and says that one even went down into the grave. Right? And is the first among Eden to die. And why did he do it? He had sex with Adam and Eve. Both. How could he do it? He was what today medically we call a true hermaphrodite, right? And guess what? If you watch a porno, they can do you everybody. They can do it in the butt, they can do it in the vagina, they can do it with a man, they can do it with a woman. They can even do it with each other like an earthworm. Need to calm down. Like, tell this. I agree with that statement. Calm down, people caught. And that's part of the point too, right? We all have to deal with idiosyncrasies with other people, but damn. Now, the problem is when you make too many laws, right? Like, say, in the fortress where you can't even have a baby without the government's permission, right? But that's also to control the population, so you create that situation in a way by overpopulating the planet. But there again, we're human beings. We want to have a wife or a boyfriend or girlfriend, right? Whichever you want. And see, some laws are arbitrational, right? Some laws you can realize, well, if a man's picking up sticks on the Sabbath day, and it's just a small chore, right? Do you stone him if something tells you to stone him because he's doing it and breaking the law? That's the real question about that particular story in the Torah. Mm-hmm. Or do you realize, okay, if you do so, you're murdering someone just for picking up sticks. You're actually killing them for that. Is that God or the bad guy? The one we became as to know good and evil? Oh, no. Or do you forgive it? Him picking up the sticks. Because what does that hurt if it's on the Sabbath day and you pick up a few sticks, right? And say it's in your yard and you're just picking it out of your yard real quick. Do you deserve to be stoned over that? No. Okay, there's your answer. Right. But if we condemn it, okay, and you even get out of bed, you gotta stone yourself because that'll work too. Plus, you can't lay in bed all day long. See, anything you do, including getting out of bed in the morning, is work. Unless you just want to lay there like a lump on the log for 24 hours. And not even eat. Right? Even making yourself a meal on the Sabbath day is work. But yet the priests work, like Jesus pointed out, even on the Sabbath, and they're not judged for that. So judge not, least do what? Be judged. Right. Don't condemn the small thing of picking up sticks on the Sabbath day, right? Don't condemn the menial work you got to do every day. Right? Just take a break. Basically what that means is take a day off from work, kind of have a little bit of fun. Don't get all caught up in working 7 days a week either, because that makes you a workaholic, right? And that's not good either. So that's what I mean. You got to have a balance here. Okay.